Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, with one of many videos available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this recording, we'd like to machine out these areas on the part itself, as shown over here. These areas are actually going in from one side at one angle and coming out from the other side at a completely different angle. For this, we use the option of port machining. Now, to make this a little clearer, let's do away with the actual part itself, and let's just look at the surfaces. I'll go into my solid bodies and just hide the body itself. And as you can see, this is the actual surface that we'll be working on. These surfaces inside over there. This is considered the top, and this is considered the bottom. Now, if I have to go into my first operation, we have our technology of roughing inside the port machining as shown over here. Our geometry, we have our faces as shown over here. This is the face I want to work on. In this particular case, we'll be working on the bottom face as shown over here. The tool that we use inside port machining is a lollipop tool as shown over here. And if we go into our toolpath parameters, the important factor over here is the sorting. If I go into sorting, first of all, since I'm working from the bottom, I'll choose the option of bottom only. We have top, bottom, or both. So I'm using at this point just the bottom. Now, I'll be working climb machining, and if I go back to my surface quality, you can see we have our maximum step over, and we also have our step down in the part itself. If we take a look at the simulation, you'll see that our tool is going in automatically from the bottom and will go as far as it can go without gouging into the part itself. If we take a look inside over here, we can also see the tool path that was created inside that surface. Next, we need to do a rough cut as well, but this time from the top surfaces. So our next two operations will actually be doing those. One from this side as shown over here, and the other one on the flip side. We'll just go into this momentarily and we'll take a look. We're doing the exact same technology, but this time we have our surfaces as shown over here. We're only doing that. And if we go into our toolpath parameters, into our sorting, you'll see this time we're using top. Now, let's go into our next operation. Our next operation will actually be doing the finish on the surfaces over here. So if I were to go into that operation, you'll see we're using the option of spiral finish. Our geometry is this face over here, and again, we have the lollipop tool. And if I go into my toolpath parameters, you'll see again that we're working from the top only. And our surface quality is set at a maximum step over of 1 millimeter. If we go into our gouge check, all I did over here was make sure that the check surface is the actual second side, the side over here, to make sure it does not gouge into that surface over there. Taking a quick look at the simulation, you'll see that the tool goes in from the top, machining out that entire area as shown over here. Now, the next operation is the exact same as this operation, except this time we're doing it on this side. And the last operation is just the opposite. We're doing the flip side on the bottom. If I were to go into the operation, you'll note we have our geometry, as I've mentioned, the bottom part over here. We have our tool, and in our toolpath parameters, the sorting this time is set at bottom, where our gouge check is one of the faces on top. That was enough. If I were to run my simulation, you'll see that the tool goes in from the bottom, machining that entire area as far as it can go. For more videos on SolidCAM Professor, please go to our website, www.solidcam.com, and look for the tab called SolidCAM Professor. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.